Let's get right. 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 You already know what it is, man. It's your boy Deala T. And this is No Filters. Always appreciate you hitting that like button for me. Subscribing to the channel so you don't miss an episode and sharing this with the world. And of course, family, when you come in, get comfortable. Get you something to eat. Get you something to drink. Get you something to smoke if that's what you do. Because you see the title. Diddy? A decade? Let's get into this here.
Y'all come on and tap on in. I got some breaking news for you guys tonight, man. And it is not good for Sean Diddy Combs, man. This is bad right here, bro. I'm gonna let y'all come on in, man.
Poppy Pad in the building. Any Love Savvy TV in the building. You already know. Get comfortable, fam.
For the government and the prosecution, the government and the defense to turn in a joint letter of basically comparable cases to Diddy's conviction with the Mann Act and his basically cases similar to his. And basically what just happened was that the court requested a joint letter with similar cases in preparation for sentencing, but the defense, Diddy's legal team, was unable to comply and send separate letters for this situation. So they actually sent separate letters. Now, in these separate letters,
Moan in the building.
the government tonight, man, they
really
crushed Diddy ass, man. Pause. The government tonight, y'all smash the like button, man. They just submitted paperwork that basically is going to pretty much, they just showed joint cases that pretty much is going to put Diddy in a bad situation. I'm gonna let y'all know what's going on right now. So they submitted 3 different cases that were similar to Diddy's, right? Cases where the primary or sole conviction was for a violation, right, of which Diddy was violated for, right? So,
Ruth in the building.
Cases, I'm gonna give you guys this one case they dropped right here, man. I'm gonna read y'all the details of this similar case that was similar to Diddy's, which they already said they're gonna enhance Diddy. But this case right here, and I put this on the screen for you guys, man, was the United States of America versus Mark Daniel Benavidez, right? 19 CR 337 EDNC, right? Is where this case was. And I'm gonna give you guys the details on this, what the government just dropped, man. This is devastating news for Diddy, man, right here, bro. Devastating, because they were looking for ways to try to get this thing. People say, oh, time served, he's out of it. Nah, man. I told y'all they was going for the whole meal on this cat. And boy, they going for the whole meal. If you guys look at this case, and again, this case was the United States versus Mark Daniel Benavidez. And the government basically dropped this case on the world. The government did, right? Basically, it says this. This case, the United States versus Mark Daniel Benavidez, case number 519-CR-00337D, and the U.S. District Court for the Eastern District of New York, of North Carolina, Western District, involved charges related to sex trafficking. Below are the details regarding the case.
Hold on. Let's get right. Let's make sure we understand what's going on, fam. You in here with your boy Deala T and my fam. And you know this is No Filters. Hit that like button, subscribe, fam. We about to cook in here. Diddy, woo! You see what's going on? They right now, so for an update for fam, right now what they want to do with Diddy is they trying to pull other cases that's similar to Diddy's case to see what the sentencing is on those particular cases. And they trying to say, hey, if we sentencing these regular folk, need to get sentenced just like them. That's the situation. That's what we listening to. Real quick, family, you already know. I just want to say, man, I appreciate each and every one of y'all tuning in each and every Monday through Friday with your boy Deala T at 9 p.m. Always keep in mind, you have until 9 p.m. to submit your $2 raffles to win a free, you see him, no filter shirt. One female, one male will definitely win a no filter shirt signed by your boy Deala T and my family here in No Filters. You got to 9 p.m. You see the Cash App? You already know it's pinned at the top. You see the donation, the Cash App, money sign, No Filters, fam. If you don't see it, it's No Filters, spelled NOFEELTERS, money sign, No Filters. Cash App, submit your $2 for the raffle, get you a free No Filters shirt for my family here in Deala T. Regardless, hit that like button and subscribe, because we about to cook. Let's go, fam.
The available information I'm going to read y'all right now. So, basically, the United States District Court in the Eastern District of North Carolina, Western Division, right? The charges, the indictment filed in 2019, you guys, charged Mr. Benavidez with transportation of individuals in interstate commerce for prostitution under 18 U.S.C. 2421 and related counts.
Tone in the bill, you already know.
Operation, right? Specifically, Benavidez was charged with transporting victims across state lines for prostitution involving 3 women. One whom he recruited in North Carolina and 2 others from New Jersey. Now, he took a plea on the March 16, 2021. Mr. Benavidez, right, you guys? Hold on, y'all. I put the wrong one up there. My bad. I got the wrong one on the screen. My bad, y'all. Hold on 1 second. I got the wrong one on the screen. I meant to put this one. Hold on, y'all.
Shout out to Tone with the $5 super chats, the donation in the super chat. I appreciate you, fam. You know it's love.
Y'all reading the wrong one. Hold on. Let me get the right one I picked for y'all. Hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second. Y'all know I got to shine somebody and get the right one up here. Let me get the right one up here, y'all. Let me get this right one up here for you guys. Hold on 1 second. I apologize to everybody watching. We got to have the right paperwork on the screen. Hold on. Make sure I got the right one up right now. Let me see. Is this the right one? This is the right one right here. Here we go. They finna fry this dude, man. Y'all smash the like button, share, and subscribe if y'all come on in here, man. I'm finna show y'all this right now so y'all can see where I'm reading from. So basically, on March the 16th, 2020, this is a case similar to Diddy's. The judge asked, for you guys who don't know what's going on.
Shout out to Monin for the $5 donation in the Cash App for the raffle.
Similar to Diddy's. And what their sentencing guidelines, or what they were sentenced.
Monin get added to the raffle extra.
Well, the government, man, they just sent this case, man, to the judge. And a similar case to Diddy's, and I'm going to read off what happened. And this does not look good for Diddy, especially when I tell y'all what else happened. So on March 16, 2021, Mr. Benavidez pleaded guilty to 1 count of transporting a victim across state lines for the purpose of prostitution. Count 1 of the indictment. The case arose from an undercover prostitution sting at Cary, North Carolina hotel in July of 2017.
Shout out to Tone. You know it's love, family. Gonna get you together. You already know you're gonna get that promo code so you get that count on it. That's love. I appreciate you, family. It's love.
The sentencing date was October the 13th, 2021, y'all. They gave Mark Daniels Benavidez. He was sentenced. This is without the violence. Listen to what I tell y'all. He's not getting out no 5 years. I'm finna tell y'all what's going on right now. Listen. And listen very closely. You're wrong, Herman. What the hell you talking about? You just running your mouth. Mark Daniel Benavidez, and this is why y'all gotta understand, the violence is gonna be mitigating factors in this.
You got the 10 p.m. on the raffle, fam. My fault. 10 p.m.
The violence are mitigating factors that add on a whole lot more time. So the fact that everybody keeps saying, oh, Diddy was only found guilty of the Mann Act. with violence. That's the part y'all gotta understand. When they found him guilty of that, his lawyers admitted to the violence. So that would add the mitigating factors on to get the sentencing. This the part y'all not understanding. This dude right here, he wasn't even found guilty. He didn't even plead guilty with the violence. He got 10 years straight. And I'm gonna read what happened. Listen now. So Mark Daniel Benavidez was sentenced to 120 months, 10 years in prison, followed by 5 years supervision. So he didn't even get out. He served the whole 10 and then had 5 years supervised release. Then he was ordered to pay $32,800 in restitution to the victims. $100 special assessment was imposed. Standard conditions of supervised release were applied, including restrictions on contact with victims and compliance with sex offender registration requirements. The sentencing was presided over by U.S. District Judge James C. Dever III. Benavidez, and I'm going to keep reading what it says, was a 40-year-old resident of Elmwood Park, New Jersey. He was found to have rented 2 rooms at a Cary hotel where he prostituted 3 women, right? Excuse me, he was abusive. I take that back. He prostituted, so he physically, listen, I want y'all to think about this. They found a case exactly similar to this. This is crazy work. Because Diddy's lawyers are saying, hey man, there ain't no cases similar to this. He got to get out. Bro, they're going to fry this nigga. And that's the reason why they didn't give him bail. It's all coming out now. It's all coming out right now, y'all. So let's get back into this, because I'm going to tell y'all this right now, right? Lord have mercy. And there's more cases. It's not just that case. It's more cases. And I'm going to show y'all right now. Diddy, his ass is toast. Check this out, y'all. They finna hit this nigga with a slab. So Benavidez, a 40-year-old resident of Elmwood Park, New Jersey, was found to have rented 2 rooms at a Cary hotel where he prostituted 3 women using online advertisements. He was physically abusive to 1 victim and exploited the drug addictions of 2 others.
Definitely purchase a shirt, bro. We're gonna let you know, Tone.
By the U.S. Attorney's Office. The prosecution highlighted severe trauma caused by Benavidez's use of fear, coercion, and violence, as stated by Special Agent in Charge Ronnie Martinez of Homeland Security Investigations. The sentencing reflects the seriousness of this offense, with the 10-year term aligning with the statutory minimum for the charge of under 18 in federal sentencing guidelines considered. So check this out, right? He didn't even have the young ones, and they gave him 10 because he was violent with just 1, and that's that 1 case. Wait, there's more though. It got deeper than this because they submitted a 5-page writing. Hold on, you guys. They submitted a 5-page writing that we're gonna get. I'm gonna tell y'all about right now. Hold on 1 second, you guys. Hold on. Hold on 1 second. I'm about to show y'all right now, man. They called this nigga up, bro. They called this nigga up, Shorty. This nigga Diddy, bro. Man, this shit look bad, y'all. Hold on. Let me pull up the other cases for y'all, because this nigga, the way this is looking, this nigga may get more than 10. They may go in for damn near 20 on this nigga. Right?
Shining.
Now, hold on, you guys. Hold on 1 second, man. Hold on 1 second, bro. I'm about to pull up the other cases, bro. This is crazy work, man.
Uncommon in the building.
Crazy
Shout out
work.
to Mona with the $5 donation in the cash app for the $5 raffle.
Pull this up real quick for y'all. Because this one just showed that dude just off being violent with the 1 girl, he got 10 years, and then he got 5 years of supervised release after he did 10 years. That's just, he was violent with 1 chick. So they told the government, yo, show the cases. That's what they told the government. And the government said, okay, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna show you the cases. right? That's why Diddy's lawyers, in my opinion, didn't want to do a joint letter with the defense like the judge told them. Because they came, and I don't think that they knew these cases were out here. And Diddy's lawyers made a huge mistake. Y'all smash the like button. I'm finna get this right now. Because this right here, this is horrific news for the Diddy actors. Man, this nigga right here, this judge might hit this nigga about 15 to 20. Based off what I'm seeing right here. Hold on, y'all. Hold on 1 second. I'm finished. I can show you better than I can tell you. Hold on. I can show you better than I can tell you, y'all. Hold on, y'all. I can show you better than I can tell you.
Hit that like button, subscribe. We cooking and hurt.
This is crazy work, man. Everybody that's in here tonight, man. I'm finna give y'all these other cases, man. Excuse me, to the person saying he's found not guilty of coercion. You don't know what the hell you're talking about, man. In the building. This is what you don't know. You don't know what you're talking about. Diddy was found guilty of the Mann Act. I told you Diddy's lawyers were pure dummies. Because in court, for him to be not found guilty of sex trafficking, they had to admit, oh, he's very violent. This is very violent. What happens is this. You can have the Mann Act, which is just a Mann Act. But when you add violence and mitigating factors like violence, what it does is it adds to Diddy's sentencing terms, which means it adds points, which means it adds a lot more years to his sentencing terms because of the violence that was involved in that situation. When Diddy got found not guilty for sex trafficking and not guilty for the other charge, the RICO, that has nothing to do with the Mann Act because they still admitted in court the guilt. Period. You guys don't understand this. That's the part you're not understanding. This is why his ass is going to prison for a long goddamn time. You have to understand, he got found guilty of the Mann Act. Violence with the Mann Act are mitigating factors. So the person who says this is not similar, are you an idiot? Let me block you, because you're a fool. You're blocked. Get out of my chat room. You're a damn fool. You're a damn fool. They showed exact cases similar to this. Matter of fact, they showed cases where it was violence. They showed cases where, matter of fact, let me put this back on the screen for y'all. Because this shit don't even get no easier than this. A caveman can do this shit. Once again, this man right here, Mark Daniel Benavidez, he was sentenced to 10 years in prison, followed by 5 years supervised release. And all he did was put his hands on one of the people. And he had three people just like Diddy had. Think about that. Right? So, but Diddy had 2 people, he had 3, he put his hands on one, and he pled guilty to one. He pled guilty to one. Now, hold on, let's keep going. Let's keep going, because there's more cases I got here in front of y'all. They show, let me tell y'all something. I have to say this to everybody that's listening to this video. Bro, they literally show damn near 30 cases, bro. I gotta keep going, bro. This is disgusting right here, man. This dude Diddy is out. He's out of here, bro. I don't know what y'all looking at. That nigga's out of here. Hold on. So that was the 3rd case I just showed y'all. That dude got 10 years. That 3rd case. So here's what he did. And this is the reason why Diddy's lawyers didn't write. And I'm gonna say it again, right? And to the person who said money talk, that money doesn't matter right now. That's why he's still in. They didn't care about the money. That's why the judge said no amount of money can free him. So to the person who says money talks, no, it don't. Because if it talked, his ass would have been out on bail. The judge says no amount of money will allow him to get bail. Do your research, nigga, and do your homework before you come here talking with me. Now, let me give y'all the next case example, right? That the government dropped tonight. They dropped bombs, bro.
Hit that like button, subscribe, fam. We cooking and hurt.
People drop one. They dropped bombs tonight.
Shout out Poppy Pad, you see him?
Right? Everybody said, oh, man, he'll get out. No, he ain't. They finna hit this nigga with the whole slab. And he know it. That's why they didn't let him out on bail. They knew they was gonna hit this nigga. So the next one is the United States versus Robert Blake, right? So all these cases, y'all can look up yourselves. All these cases are online. Now these are the cases that the government presented right now tonight to the court. These are the cases that the government presented to, and when I say the government and Diddy's lawyers were both supposed to present cases similar. They were supposed to present a joint letter to the judge. Well, the government presented their letter tonight and said, hey man, Diddy's lawyers, they didn't want to, they failed to want to do a joint letter with us. What they were saying basically, Diddy's lawyers presented their own letter, but they were supposed to do a joint letter. They didn't do it. Now I'm starting to see why I think this didn't happen. So this case right here, the next case I'm about to show y'all right now that they presented the government against Diddy, and that was similar to Diddy.
This is the issue that's going on right now. Hit that like button, subscribe. We finna cook for real. This is what's going on. They're trying to make it, they trying to let you know that Diddy is no respect of person. Diddy is not above the law. Diddy is a human that bleed blood like you and me. So when we talking about that type of situation, it's different. Skeptic in the building, you already know what it is. Get comfortable. The biggest thing though in this case that's so understood, and I'm so glad it's being brought to the forefront, is that these cases that Ticket TV is reading back here, ain't none of them celebrities. They all regular human beings. Next door neighbors. People down the street on your block, family members, regular folk. So now when we talking about, they got to read off the level of sentencing that goes on with regular people that's in these same cases that the diddler is in. And now they're saying, hey, listen, if Wayne, Bruce, Randall, whoever else, whatever, can get charged for the same amount of counts, sexual harassment, abuse, all of those things, why can't Diddy get them same charges? I wait. No, because don't do that. And then what else is so sick, like they painted a vivid picture of everything he was doing and how it was being done. And then he got people up there telling every which way from left to right on how they getting did. So it ain't no way that they haven't given a visual picture of how sick everything that's been done and humiliated that Diddy has been on. So they've given a vivid picture, fam. Point I'm making is why can't Diddy be tried as we are in court? Because you a celebrity? What I tell you, billionaire, zillionaire, trillionaire, cajillionaire, that gets swept under the rug. None of it matters. Because when you on that level, but the problem is, when you keep doing people like that, you will be exposed. Because we always know that at the end of the day, we're here to inform, understand, and be aware that if it walk like a duck, we know it look like a duck. You better know what it is. And we knew what Diddy was, but now, that man looking at a decade. Now tell me he still finna be living or still finna be around. Because if you thought he was just finna, no. Because you still supporting him. You still rocking his cologne. You still listening to the music. Because you feel like the music don't really got to do with the person. See, a lot of these good records that was made, them just good records, old school, good or bad. Problem is, he's still getting paid for that. So that money that you still supporting him on, he paying his prison bills with your money. He was doing it then, he's doing it now. So you gonna pay for him to stay locked up or get out? Because you keep paying for the cologne, for the clothes, for the music, for the movies. You still supporting him, fam. Anything you do got to do with Diddy, you supporting him and you're paying for him to get out. You need to be slapped the out of because you feel like that's cool. But you're going to let this monster back out on the streets where your kids and eyes are still today? Hit that like button, subscribe, fam. We cooking in here. Why he can't be dealt with like me and you? Because if it was me and you, they'd have us up under the bus, up under the jail, up under the prison yard. Why can't he be tried like me and you? Hit that like button, subscribe, family. Cooking in here. You got the 10 o'clock $2 raffles. Cash App, no filters. You see it. Hit that like button, subscribe, fam.
Was in the Eastern District of New York, y'all.
You better tell them, Tone, we'll be out.
Was the United States versus Robert Blake, right? Lord Jesus have mercy.
We'll be through.
Now, in this case, y'all, right? And they showed numerous cases.
Mama K in the building.
This guy,
get comfortable.
He was found guilty on 1 count. Now remember, he's been found guilty on 2 counts. This guy was found guilty on 1 count, right? Or he pled guilty, excuse me. So he took a plea. On September 27, 2011, Robert Blake, he pled guilty. This is another guy I'm giving y'all examples of that the government dropped tonight. They dropped super bombs, right? So remember, Diddy got found guilty on 2 counts. This one guy got found guilty on 1 count of the indictment conspiracy to distribute and possess with the intent to distribute. Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Right? Let me get this back right. Let me make sure I got this right. Hold on 1 second. Hold on, I typed it wrong. Hold on, my bad. I typed it wrong, y'all. Hold on 1 second.
Hit that like button, subscribe, man. We gonna cook.
Gotta get it right and keep it right. Right? Hold on. Man, they're using all kind of things. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. So the one where the girls are saying they was giving the drugs and stuff like that, all this stuff is added. Bro, this shit is crazy. Hold on. Let's do this one up. United States versus, hold on, y'all, versus Elizabeth P.
She was going on, Skeptic.
P. Castaneda. Right? Now, her case was number 97, CR 38, and let me see, N. MAR. Right there. Okay, here we go. Now let me see what her case was. Let me see what this case was right here. Right? So this case was the Mann Act, y'all. Right? This case was the Mann Act too, just like Diddy's, right? Hold on, y'all. Hold on 1 second.
See, we need to know the cases. And those specific cases are letting you know what he's going to be getting sentenced, because their sentencing is so bad
they didn't show her
that they will not allow Diddy to walk with nothing but bad sentence. Period. Because that's what you deserve.
She had the Mann Act too.
A decade.
She appealed and lost her appeal.
Pretty Chantel in the building. Hit that like button, subscribe, family. Become a member today.
Let me see.
$2 raffles, 10 o'clock. $2 raffles right now to 10 o'clock. No filters, cash out. You win shirt, fam. You see him?
Let me go to that one right there.
Hit that like button, subscribe.
Man, they presented like 40 different cases, bro. This is crazy, bro.
Crazy work.
Benson. And I'm going to put this one on the screen for y'all so y'all can see this one. Because I need y'all to see that these are the similar, the judge said, send me similar cases. Because the judge is going to go off of what the similar cases got sentenced. So I've already showed y'all the one where this one dude, for one got sentenced, y'all. This dude got hit again. This is the one right there I showed y'all. I'm going to show you another one right there. He got hit. Mark Dane Benavidez all he did was violate, put his hands on one chick. One chick. He got, count one chick. He got 10 years. And in 5 years supervised after the 10 years. Go look it up. And it was drugs involved as far as coercion and drugs and stuff like that. People thought because Diddy got found not guilty for the sex trafficking and the RICO that all that other stuff was off the table. It's not. He still got found guilty for the Mann Act, and that falls under that because his lawyers admitted to the violence and stuff in court. So that strategy is going to backfire as far as he's not gonna lose his stuff right now, as far as his assets, but that nigga gonna do some time for us. That nigga gonna sit that nigga down. All right, so let me put this one on the screen. Hold on. Let me make sure this is the right one. This one's in the Southern District of New York, y'all. And I gotta make sure that this is the right one, right? Let me see. No, this is not the right one. Hold on. They're showing drug cases in here too. So they're showing like the different cases of drugs. So they're gonna be, oh shit. I see exactly what
Nicky Love in the building, already know, get comfortable. We ready, got the raffle tonight. Get your name called.
With the Mann Act. So that's why they're showing these cases in here that have something to do with drugs too. It seems like that's the route that they're going, right? It seems like that's the route that they're going. Because just for this drug case that this guy had, right? He got 3 years just for the drug case. And then after he got 3 years, he got out for 3 years. And that was MDMA and marijuana.
That's black, Rue.
On his case, right? And so let me see. And he had a plea agreement. So that's why he took a plea agreement on March 31st, 2016. That's Vincent Chin. I'm giving you all these people's names. So let's go to Mario D. Collins, right? This is another case that the government just presented tonight, right? And the reason why this is important, you guys, is because the judge says, hey, give me cases similar to what Diddy's conviction is right now, with all these little factors involved. That way I can make a decision on how much time he's gonna get. They're showing cases that dudes is getting 10 years on these motherfuckers. One victim, 2 victims. And everybody thought, and that's the max. So if you.
So in these situations, listen to me and listen to me clearly. In these situations, for one female victim, for the same charge that Diddy getting charged, for a regular human like me and you, that man's seeing 10+ years. So some of these people got counts of 3 or 4 or 5 victims. So at this point, they're seeing a decades each victim. In Diddy's case, he had several. I mean, we talking about victims, bro. Like, be honest, fam. If y'all, and we did. We followed the trial. That boy had multiple victims. And they all took the stand. So if you're telling me he's found guilty for these victims or for all those counts, not the RICO, but he's found guilty for every other count, but not the RICO. It's not the counts, it's the victims. So if those counts was on like 10 victims, better tell him Poppy's bad. We're gonna wait. The boy got sexual harassment, sexual abuse. What else? What else? Tell me what it is, fam, because I know we went over when we did. That boy got everything. Andre in the building, you already know what it is. Hit that like button, subscribe, his fam in here. Listening, man. Ain't no thank you, skeptic. That man getting a million years. For the counts and the victims, one victim, discount, 1 decade. You got multiple victims, multiple counts. Boys, ain't nobody gonna see you no more. And your son's out here talking. If you found out your daddy was moving like that, no, for real, if you found out your daddy was moving like that, would you be ashamed of yourself? Or would you be like, oh, that's my daddy. He do no wrong. But y'all got billion, trillion, gazillion dollars to make 1 million women do whatever you want them to do when you want them to do it. And you gotta make somebody turk. You gotta make somebody do something strange for a little change. You deserve to eat what you eat. You deserve to live how you live. You was on top of whatever world you want to call this, with a choice to do whatever and whatever you want in the manner you want to, because why? you are blessed to do it financially. And you took advantage of that? And you had all the money to make people do whatever you want them to do. And if they don't want to do it, you can walk away yourself. Just to still have your freedom. And you chose to take advantage of people? You ain't even got to be in the same room with nobody if they don't match your bag. And you making chicks do stuff. You making men do stuff. So I don't want to hear it in here. You better shut it up in here if you telling me he don't deserve to be where he is and get a decade. Doing people like that, taking advantage of people. Kids, women, men. Hit that like button and subscribe. Taking advantage when the money already there. You're going to get that decade. You deserve that decade. You need to wake up and understand, boy, you got power. And this is what you chose to do with it. Take advantage of people. Use people against people. Y'all out here supporting them. You better tell them, Nikki Love, a shame. Hit that like button and subscribe. Deserve what it get. And somebody out here still want to see him alive. He got friends out here feeling some type of way. And y'all knew the shit was going on the whole damn time. So just so you know, yeah, this is the update. That boy about to see a decade, probably, or more. But they're using cases, civilians, people that are not entertainers, none of that. They're using regular cases to measure the level of sentencing they want to give this stupid. Hit that like button, subscribe, family. Cooking in here. It's really real. $2 raffles all the way to 10 p.m. You can definitely win a No Filter shirt signed by your boy Deala T with my fam here at No Filters. Hit that like button, subscribe, 10 p.m. Central Time. Make sure you understand any love. Hit that like button, subscribe. We cooking in here. Let's go, fam.
He got 2 charges. That nigga give him 10 for each one, and that's 20 years. Let me see. 17 CR 110. 17 CR 110 in the Northern District of Mississippi. I believe that's what it is. All right, so let's look at this one, y'all. This is against Mario B.
Shout out to Nikki Love, $5 donation for the support and the cash app. You know it's love, family, always.
Right. Now this is another drug charge, right? So these are more than drug. They put more of these drug cases in to add to those mitigating factors, bro. This ain't looking good for Diddy, bro. And this dude got 5 years off a plea.
So think about something right here. Hold up.
So that's just off a plea, not a guilty.
That boy got 5 years off a plea. 5 years off a plea. So he's still seeing what he said. See, I don't understand something. How old is Diddy? Let me know, fam, right now. How old is Diddy? Because if you actually think about it right now, if he a decade, he done. Boy, you ain't finna be in there drinking probiotic. You ain't even finna be in there whipping up protein shakes. You ain't in there eating spinach like Popeye to sell a man. A decade, you through. Nobody's taking care of you. You gonna tell them you take care of them so they take care of you? You think they serving steak in that dirt? Oh man, this man just woke up for real. See, it's a difference that you've been in there, how long you've been in there. But then in your mind, when you realize you got to be in there the rest of your life, shout out to Tone in the building. See, this is what my fam do. My fam, we're really fam we support. It's really that. I can say that, fam, do that, because that's that. We grown, we respect each other. I appreciate you, Tone. 55, that man 55. He get a decade, he's 65 in jail. He get 2 decades, 75 in jail. 3, 8. He do. So to me, if he got all of these tapes and all of this evidence, why haven't they used it to lighten this man load? Because everybody talk about the tapes, everybody talk about this. I'm just trying to figure out, if you got all that, why they haven't used it? Something is brewing. Something is cooking. Something is going on. But at the end of the day, we're going to hit that like button and subscribe because we cooking. So we can know what's happening here with your boy Deala T and my fam and no filters. Let's go, fam.
Let's go to the next one, y'all. Tory Jamal Collins. Tory Jamal Collins. I want to get another one with the Mann Act and put it on the screen for y'all so y'all can see what I'm talking about. They don't listed like almost 20-something cases. No, more than that. Let me see. 17 CR 226 ND MD FL. Let me see. Right? This has got to be Florida. Right? Yep. Let's see. Oh man. So they're using the firearms and everything with this guy. This guy got a 10-year sentence. They're using the drugs and the firearms. Remember, Diddy had them firearms. Everybody thought that because he didn't get hit with the RICO. That was the RICO.
No, it
He
moaned
was
up.
facing life for that. All these other things. And I'm gonna show you.
Bigger than a shirt over here. It's all love, fam.
Right?
Zoba in the building, Zuba in the building. Hit that like button, subscribe.
I'm gonna put this on the screen for y'all. Just because I have to show people, because everybody keeps thinking, oh, ticket, man, what are you talking about? I'm finna show y'all. I'm finna put this on the screen for y'all. Right? Alright, I'm gonna put this on the screen for you guys, right? Let me see. Let me see. Violence can be incorporated. I'm finna show y'all right now. And I told y'all this. This is the reason why they're showing all of this stuff. And I'm finna show y'all some more stuff too. I'm finna show y'all a couple things to show y'all why they're gonna hit this dude, right? Let me see. Let me show y'all this. Let me show y'all right here. Yeah, let me put this on the screen. I'm gonna put this on the screen right here, just so everybody can see, because everybody was saying, oh man, ticket, he was found not guilty of the...
Shout out to CC in the building with the super chat donation, $10 donation.
That wasn't for the man.
Love, family, I appreciate
That's the part y'all gotta understand. This is the reason why they doubling up on this shit. That was for the RICO. Not the Mann Act. That was for the RICO. Let me take this down, let me put this up here, hold on. And this is why I tell y'all it's important to do y'all studying and understand this stuff, man. It's very important, y'all. There it is right there on the screen. Now, let me read this to you guys. Can violence be added to the Mann Act? Charges. Violence is not an explicit element of the Mann Act itself, but it can be incorporated into prosecutions in the Southern District of New York in following ways. As I told y'all, as an aggravating factor in sentencing. If violence occurs in connection with a Mann Act violation, e.g. physical assault to coerce victims into prostitution, which everybody was like, I don't know why the male sex workers, I don't know how my testimony could help. Oh, well, Janet Jackass, you saying that you saw Diddy whoop this girl ass and she came back in the room and finished off, guess what that does? That proves the government's point. The fact that Diddy's lawyers admitted that he's violent, he's a very violent man, and he uses violence that destroyed them in court. That destroyed him. So read where it says number 1. As an aggravating factor in sentencing, if violence occurs in connection with a Mann Act violation, physical assault to coerce victims into prostitution, it can lead to sentencing enhancements under the U.S. sentencing guidelines For example, USSG 2G1 for Mann Act offenses involving prostitution, enhancements apply if the offense involved force, fraud, or coercion. That's why I told these jackasses, when you thought it was thrown out, it wasn't thrown out, idiot. He still got found guilty of the Mann Act. And they can say all those things that they showed in court and proved in court. He was found guilty of the Mann Act with that. He was just found innocent of sex trafficking, and he was found RICO, which is having a organized criminal organization. That they're not saying he didn't do it himself. They're just saying he didn't use a RICO, organized criminal organization, to do it. That's why he's toast. Let me read it again. He was found guilty of that. That's what, those are all the enhancements. Now read that right there. It says for Mann Act offenses involving prostitution, enhancements apply if the offense involved force, fraud, or coercion. A 4-level increase under 2G11B1 if the offense involved a minor, which it didn't. This one did not at all, right? A 2-level enhancement may apply if a victim was physically restrained. Cassie's on video getting physically restrained at the free call. Diddy was found guilty of the Mann Act. They had the sex worker in the room. He was found guilty of that. They're going to use that against him and add their own enhancement. They're going to fry this dude. I told y'all this. Read the last one. That doesn't count in this one because they kept it out of this case. But I'm showing y'all. So when you look at the enhancement factors, the violence for each victim enhances, because then he got 2 counts. It enhances his sentencing. That's why they would not free him on bail. And here's an example of one of those cases. Mark Daniel Benavidez's case. He was violent against one of those people. What happened? They hit that nigga with 10 years for that one charge. Read right there, sentencing outcome. He was sentenced on October 13, 2021. They gave Mark Daniel Benavidez 120 months, 10 years, followed by 5 years of supervised release, right? That's all one. Read his case. Read his case. That's why I tell y'all, you have to stay in this paperwork. And you better believe I got the paperwork. You best believe I got the paperwork. Let's go to United States versus Cayman Cop. So United States, this is another case that they use, right?
Shout out Roof in the building. Good evening.
I'm telling y'all this. I watched this, bro. Once they were going to use the hand, and a lot of people don't understand the law. They're not reading the paperwork, so they just talking from feeling. I'm talking from reading that paperwork, dog. So even though everybody thought he got it, okay, yeah, he got off in sex trafficking, right? He was facing life for that. He was facing life for the sex trafficking and for the RICO. That don't mean he ain't getting his 20. That don't mean he ain't gonna do that 10. That's the part people gotta understand, bro. And that's the part I was saying to everybody. Let's see this next guy. Jalen, let me see. Copeland, right? I don't want to, hold on. Let me keep going. I want to get cases where they had the Mann Act. They showing drug cases and stuff to add on to that. But I don't want to see it. I want to see the other Mann Act, right? That's what I want to see. Let's see. Javier, right? Javier, Cortez, Eliosa, all right? 06 CR 219 Eastern District of New York. All right, let's see this. All right, we're gonna see this one right here. Let's see what he got. Because I want to put these Mann Acts up here, because y'all gotta see it. The ones they're showing y'all with the Mann Acts, right? These are the ones I'm trying to tell y'all about right here, right? Let me see. Okay, he got convicted of the Mann Act, right? So this guy got convicted of the Mann Act, you guys. He got convicted of the Mann Act. Let me read this right here. Hold on. Let me read this right here. Hold on. Hold on 1 second, y'all.
Hit that like button, subscribe, family. We in here, we played up. Okay, 10 a.m. Hey, listen to me. Hold up, 10 p.m. It had already hit. We heard. Let's get right, let's get right, let's get right.
In the middle of 10. 1 second, you guys. Oh, okay.
Let's get right.
I'm gonna put this stuff on the screen so y'all can see what I'm talking about.
Okay, so where we at right now, just to be straightforward update, we ready for the raffles. All raffles are final. They've been tuned in, turned in, and submitted. I just want to say, all of my whole fam, I truly appreciate you all. Rocking with your boy Deala T. You've been with me, this journey. Everything, day ones, day twos, and my todays that just pulled up and hit that like button and subscribe. You don't understand the level of love and support that I appreciate from you all. This has been authentic. This has been real. We're not here for the likes. We're not here for the views. We're here that you subscribe with your boy Deala T, because we're here to inform, understand, and be aware that the things that's going on today will not be tolerated for our kids tomorrow. That is what we do here. We bring light to darkness and love to the lost. You understand? So I truly want you to know, from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate each and every one of you all. Every day, Monday through Friday, 9 p.m. boy, with your boy Deala T and my fam here at No Filters. Let's go, let's go.
I think Diddy don't know, man. I think Diddy know what's about to happen, bro.
Love.
I think they know they're gonna hit, because they said they're looking for a substantially larger sentence. And the judge, like I said, the judge seen everything. Right? Judge seen everything. Let's see. Let me see about this one. Hold on, you guys. Y'all smash the like button as y'all come on in. Tonight they filed similar cases to Diddy's, right? And this, what that does is that, for everybody who doesn't know, it shows you kind of in line to what other guys got. For some of the things.
We about to do the raffle. We about to do the raffle.
It kind of shows you this. Bro, they got like 100 names up here, bro. I can't go through all these damn names, man. Damn.
We about to do the raffle. Get yourself together. One woman, one man.
And this is Donald Trump's guy who did this. Donald Trump's guy. Jay Clayton sent this letter. And I forgot to tell y'all, Donald Trump's guy, Jay Clayton, he just got permanently placed as the United States Attorney in the Southern District of New York. This dude filed, bro, I'm looking at, and it says right here,
fam in the building.
It says, hold on, let me put this on the screen. I'm just gonna show you on the screen, just so everybody can see it.
Low key, that green one hard.
Hey, man, Tiki, you can't see it, bro. What's up? I'm putting on the screen for y'all. Hold on 1 second, man. Hold on 1 second. Let me see. Let me show y'all. Y'all go look all these cases up yourselves. Man, they put cases on this shit, bro.
So we got order.
It's only 5 pages, but it's 5 pages. It's like 3 of the pages are full of.
On my mama tone, I just said about that green.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna show you the cases that are similar to Diddy, and then y'all can just freeze the screen. And when it says similar to Diddy, they're showing all the aspects as far as the drugs, the violence, and the Mann Act, right? So they're showing all different types of aspects of sentencing. So when you look at that, you're looking at mitigating factors. So when it says that, when I showed y'all where it says about force, fraud, and coercion, they're saying that you can use drugs to coerce. So that comes into play, that they had those drugs. And that all that stuff, everybody thought that because Diddy got found out guilty, That stuff went off the table. No, it doesn't go off the table. When you still got found guilty of the Mann Act, it goes into mitigating factors. It enhances your sentencing. So it's not like you just did this without violence, without coercion, without using.
And I got you,
You did this with all of these other things, right?
Right.
So
Get
let's
to
put
it.
this on the screen for you guys right now.
That Raffles about to go down.
I was like, yo, man, they finna hit this nigga with, bro, he finna get at least, for each charge, he finna get at least, in my opinion, 5 years. For each one, and the judge gonna stack it. But this dude right here, for that one, he got 10. And then after the 10, he got 5 years supervised, after the 10. All right, so let me put this on the screen.
Gotta do that. We read, because I know what to do. I had to get it right. They try to hate on me, fam. They try to blur me up. But I know what to do now. We gonna cook.
Put this on the screen. And you know, everybody was getting on Sammy the Bull because Sammy the Bull went on DJ Vlad's show. And Sammy the Bull was told DJ Vlad, like, yo, the judge gonna give him 20.
Right, come on, y'all. We getting it together. We got order. We gotta make sure it's right. It's coming together.
Nah, you don't know what you're talking about. Sammy the Bull was like, bro, the judge gonna give that nigga 20. He gonna stack. He gonna give him 10 on each charge and stack. He gonna give him 20. He's gonna give him 20.
Give him 20.
You know? And it was multiple guys who've been in the system that said, hey, man. And that's in the federal system that said, hey, you're gonna get 20, bro. That's the letter they sent tonight, right? Now, this is the government's letter. Diddy's lawyers also sent a letter tonight. But Diddy's lawyers also made, again, I'm gonna tell y'all this right now, right? Diddy's lawyers also made a big mistake. And I'm gonna tell y'all what they did. They admitted that Diddy was a John. They admitted he was a John. They said he was more of a John than he is a pimp. They messed up by doing that. But I'm gonna tell y'all, we'll talk about that tomorrow. But here's the letter they sent tonight, you guys. Y'all can see this is filed tonight. You can see the date at the top of the screen. Check this out, y'all. It says the government respectfully submits this letter in response to the court's July the 9th, 2025 order directing that the parties provide sentencing data. See, this is what I'm trying to tell y'all. The judge told them, he told both sides, Diddy's side and their side, yo, give me cases that are similar to Diddy's case and all of these mitigating factors. So I need all these cases that are similar to Diddy's, right? Put them together and y'all do a joint letter and send them to me. Well, they didn't do the joint letter. Read right here. So it says, the government respectfully submits this letter in response to the court's July 9th, 2025 order directing the parties to provide sentencing data to the court in advance of sentencing proceeding in this matter. Specifically, the court requested that the parties
Nightmare in the building.
Available data on sentences.
All the war in the building. You just pulled up and we about to do the raffle, fam.
The primary or sole conviction was for violation of the Mann Act, 18 U.S.C. 2421, or 2, the base offense level under sentencing guidelines was calculated under 2G1.1A2 and a criminal history category of 1, which means that all these cases had the same criminal history level as Diddy's. They went and found all these cases. It says the court, this is Donald Trump's guy who did this. It says the court further directed the parties to identify cases that match these criteria by docket number and jurisdiction and instructed that no argument should be included in the letter. The government has located several cases. Read this last line of the paragraph, y'all. The government has located several cases that satisfy the criteria identified by the court, which are listed below. A, cases.
Okay, now let's get order.
Or sole conviction.
Let's get order, fam. As you know, we had started this movement, No Filters, from Jump, your boy Deala T. And coming in, it mattered more to understand that No Filters had to become more than just a saying. It became a brand. You understand what I'm saying? And we just want to take time out to acknowledge who is behind the brand that has been able to create it and bring it to life for you all. So we want to take time out right now to recognize Need Love Savvy TV. Because what she's done has been able to put us in a position where now you actually see real life shirts right here, no filters, fam. So y'all just want to clap it up wherever you at and wherever you in for Nene Love, Savvy TV. And put that out there, fam, making sure we keep the party going all the way in. A big arms up, Nene fam. Love Savvy TV, making sure we keeping it rocking and keeping it real. Big arms up to fam, making sure they know we coming. So I want y'all to see this, what we doing. We popping out with the green board. You feel me? And then you understand we go with the orange board. Cause I want y'all to see what's really real. You feel me? Yeah, how we coming. And we want to keep heading. And we got the yellow joint. The yellow hit hard. It gives you more of a swag that you don't know. But you know that's how you do if you like the yellow, G. And then we got pink game in here. For those that understand the pink in the building, you feel me? Check him out. Let me know. You know we got the red for the real out there that feel it. That's how we coming. You feel me? Oh God, what is going on? Nikki Love say, what's the ticket on them? You know how we coming with the $29.99 on fam. You feel me? We got the black one in the building for you. Let you know how we coming in here. We got the white one in the building, fam. Don't get it twisted on how we coming in here. And you know we got the left chest plate gray for the workers and the real ones that just pull up like they don't know how we coming. So that's how we coming, fam. Making sure y'all know what's really real with the giveaway. Somebody is about to win one of these, fam. On the No Filters, fam, that's been down with your boy, Deala T, here at No Filters, making sure we rocking and rolling and keeping it going all the way. And if you're not a winner today, you can always still purchase your boy No Filters, Deala T No Filters shirt that'll get you popping. For you and your fam can always get one here with your boy Deala T and sending that in so you can make sure if you're not a winner today, you will be able to get one. Crazy work, fam. Is cutting up on raffle time. Wow. Every blurry, fam. Huh? Okay, now. I appreciate it, Tone. So we about to get right. I need everybody to press a 1 right now so I can make sure y'all can hear me clear and see me clear. Let me show again because I heard fam about being blurred. I heard about being blurred, but I'm clear. So I'm going to show the shirts again. This is what we got for the raffle. Shout out Nene Love putting it together. This is what we got, the green joint. Okay. We got the orange joint. That you know that's how they coming on the orange, no filter. That's what we doing. Somebody about to win. One female, one male is about to win. The color of their choice. The shirt that they want. The color of their choice. You about to win that off the raffle. Sending that $2 raffle in, making sure you know you get your purchase when you win with your boy Deala T in the building. Jaleel D Sugar Rush in the building, you already know it. Hit that like button and subscribe, cause we still cooking in here. We about to do the raffle. We about to do the free giveaway. One female family member, one male family member about to win a No Filters t-shirt of your liking and your color and your choice. Is how we coming and what we doing. And let's make sure you understand. Right now, what you looking at, that's the new brand line of your boy Deala T. That's the boy Deala T. You want to tap in to get this shirt, you can always tap in with fam so we can know when you tap in. Nene Love Savvy TV to make sure we know what's going on here and what we doing on what we trying to purchase. That's the new line. and they coming how they coming swiftly. Also, you already see the no filters store, fam. You see the sayings? You can go into your job and tell somebody you should have shut up today. You can go in your job and tell somebody if it walk like a duck and if it quack like a duck, damn it, it's a... You can do it. You see that in the store when you see that in the store when you tap in with no filters. We ready for the raffle. We about to shuffle the raffle. We got everybody that's locked into the raffles. We got everybody named that's been supporting the raffle day 1, all the way to day 2, all the way to day 3, all the way to day. You understand? We here making sure that we support raffle game. Whoever wins, you get the color that you want. You get to choose any color that you want, fam. Here with your boy Deala T. And this is No Filters. You feel me? Let's go. Is we ready, fam? I need to know if we ready. Type ready if we ready to find out which woman and what man got that on them. Let me know. Which woman and what man will win a No Filters shirt? You feel me? I need to know if we ready. Type ready if you ready. I need to know if you ready. This green one? Woo! I'm trying to tell you, fam. Trying to tell you. Alright? And let's just say right now, if you are a winner, you're gonna make sure that you go to nofilters314 at Gmail, or even in the same sense, Nene Lil Sag TV, make sure we tap in so we can understand that you need to know your size and your information to get your shirt that you won from supporting your boy Deala T in the $2 raffles that we do every month. $2 raffles, meaning tomorrow the new September $2 raffles will start. Tomorrow it will start immediately. When you wake up, you can start the Cash App No Filters, money sign No Filters, NOFEELTERS, money sign No Filters, Cash App, $2 raffles to win you a shirt of your choice and your color that you would like. Without further ado, we about to cook so we can see who won the raffles. Are we ready, fam? Are we ready? We got the digital board. We got the digital. Let me know if you see the digital board. Press 1. Let me know if you see the digital board. We got the digital spinner ready for the spin. We got everybody locked in. Let me see these love say I donated. If I get pulled, please pull again. That's real on the love. We ready? We about to do it. Are we ready? Let's go, fam. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. We spinning. We spinning. We spinning, fam. Oh my God, this is crazy work. Really? Is that how it works? You wouldn't believe. Okay, well, shout out to Nene Love with the donation, making sure life is real. Let's hit it again for the kids. Let's go. Here we go with the spin. Here we go with the spin. Okay, I see you. Let's spin again for a mail. We got to spin again for the mail. Let's go. Boy, that's crazy work. Let's spin again for the mail. Let's see who we got, who we got, who we got. Okay, so hold on for the... We got to skip this, skip this. That's real. Okay, so we got a winner on the women. Okay, so we got a winner on the women. We got a winner on the women. As we see, huh? Are we ready? We got a winner on the women. Jalea D. Sugar Rush has been won for the women. Let's clap it up for her. Let's clap it up for her coming in. We got to spin again for the men. We got to spin again for the men. Congratulations. Let's spin again for the men. Ooh, this crazy work. Who we got? Who we got? We got to spin again for the men. Let's keep spinning for the men. Hold on, fam. We almost ready. Okay, we got, let me see. Let's spin again for the men. Okay, here we go. We spin again for the men. Stay with me, fam. It looks like a winner, fam. Tone 357 on the spin, gang. I feel you, G. Just won. Shout out to Tone. Just got a spin in. So we got 2 winners today. We keeping it real. We got to keep it together. Hold up. Let's get a spin that they can't win. Hold on. Hold up. Let's spin again. Spin again. Okay, let's spin again for the women. Hold up. Okay, we spin again for the women. Let's spin again. Okay, we spin again for the women. And the name says Mona T with the win for the go win. Mona T with the win for the go win. So we got Tone 357 and Mona T with the win. Crazy work at her, fam. What'd you say, Tom? Congratulate fam, congratulate fam, congratulate fam for the win. We got Mona T and we got Tone 357 in for the win. Shout out to Real Ones. And Wes in the building. I see you, Nerdy Locks, what it is. Shout out to y'all in the building. Saved by Grace in the building. Let me see that. So what we need to know is, what is your size and the color that you want of your shirt, fam, on how it go from there, so we can make sure you stay on to get your information, so I know what color shirt you want and what size that you want with your boy here, Deala T and No Filter. Truly appreciate, fam, trying to make it right and get it right in the spin to make sure that we picking the right fam that's still fam and making sure they locked in all the way with your boy Deala T. Hit that like button and subscribe, family. I see your Tone says the XL Green. He already ready. Let's make sure we understand it and get it into NoFilters314 at Gmail. NoFilters314 at Gmail, where you can send all your content, because we begin to become with the mail, fan mail, to be able to send anything that you in respect of, or knowing that you support the channel and what we're doing. But NoFilters314 at gmail.com is where you can send your information. Tone and Mona T, I want y'all to know I appreciate y'all so much. Thank you so much, family, for being down and keeping it going in here. You knowing the Cash App No Filters. Submit, family. You already know we moving Mona and them to the side for they being winners today, and making sure that we congratulate Mona T and my dog Tone 357, fam, to make sure I appreciate y'all always. Tomorrow, let's get it started with the Cash App No Filters to win you a free No Filters shirt signed by your boy Deala T, and making sure that we up in there to hit that email and make sure that you all like and subscribe and hit it the right way it's supposed to be done, fam. Let's go.
Was for a violation of Section 2421. That's the Mann Act, right? So that was the sole conviction. Just for that, right? Cases where the primary or sole conviction was for a violation of the Mann Act. They showed you 3 cases, right? The lowest number, let me tell y'all this again. The lowest number that they got was 5 years. One was out of the first 3, one was 5 years, one was 6.5 years, and one was 10 years. That was on that charge right there. Right? And it wasn't violence on both people. You got to remember, on each charge, the mitigating factors.
Yeah, I got you, fam. We're going to get the no filters 314 at Gmail.
That wasn't like that in all these other cases. But so read the bottom part. It says, after conferrals with the defense, that's Diddy's team, regarding a joint letter, like the judge asked for, the defense counsel, Diddy's lawyers, informed the government that they would be unable to exchange their case list with the government in advance of filing and would be submitting their list directly to the court. Accordingly, the government is providing its cases in this letter rather than a joint letter. So the government is saying Diddy's lawyers didn't even want to follow the judge's instructions. That's going to piss the judge off. The judge told them, hey man, y'all send a joint letter. The government said, look, they didn't even want to send a joint letter with us. They said they sent their own letter, man. They said they couldn't share this with us. Then it says, number 2 at the bottom, the government has listed only the case name, docket number, and jurisdiction pursuant to the court's order, but can provide additional facts and information regarding these cases upon request. Now, let's keep going, y'all. Those are 3 cases y'all see right there on the screen, right? Now let's go to the next page. Let's go to the next page. Page 2. Look at all them cases. This is what the government presented tonight. You read the date right at the top of the screen. Look at all them goddamn cases. Look at all them cases, man. This ain't me just coming on YouTube gossip. It's paperwork, nigga. I'm showing paperwork.
Look at all these cases. No, because you ain't care about the cases. The church just took your life over. You ain't care about the cases. Look at the cases. Look at all them cases. $23 cases. Okay? What you're looking at is 23 cases in your face where you got to find yourself saying, okay, that's 23 cases. Some of these people have only got 1 decade for 1 attempt on 1 situation, but yet they have multiple charges. See, it's a difference. Multiple charges, 1 victim. Multiple victims, 1 charge each victim. So you got to understand, you still getting bodied because you still getting, you either going to get that decade for 1 or you're going to get multiple decades for multiple people. Or you can get multiple decades for 1 because of how many charges. But you got to understand, 1 charge can put you in a situation where you're in something multiple times because of that 1 charge. Not 1 person, 1 charge. You're charged multiple times for this 1 person. But you have multiple people that you did that 1 thing to. So it's a difference on how they sentence you. We're here to inform, understand, and be aware. This is what this is. Some of y'all ain't never been locked up in your life. Probably will never be locked up in your life. But I'm giving you this because you probably going to tell your son and your daughter because they probably going to get locked up. I keep telling you, it ain't about today. It's always about tomorrow. I keep telling you that. You don't realize that. That you're not living for tomorrow, but you're living for the day. That's the problem you got. That's why you got problems. Because you living for the day. You're not living for tomorrow, fam. Somebody better write this one down. You're not living for the day. You living for tomorrow. That's the problem. And that's the goodness of understanding. Living for tomorrow will help our kids. It matters that we do not just live for the day, but yet we live for tomorrow. Because if we think about tomorrow, it'll make you do different today. You see how I put that? My brother Wiz, QB Quick Brain, he used to tell me with the music, when it sound right, it don't matter what it sound like. Let me say that again for the people in the back that's still smoking. My brother Wiz, QB, Quick Brain, he used to tell me that when it sound right, it don't matter what it sound like. That's the difference. In understanding why we living for tomorrow, not today. We living for tomorrow, not today. Because tomorrow it will always be change. And if we become complacent today, nobody would care to make a difference. I want to say again what I just said, but I want God to bring it back to my remembrance because I'm telling you, it is so real. Hit that like button and subscribe because tomorrow matters. And that's why we're not living for the day. Let's go.
Trump's guy who presented this tonight. That's page 3 right there. That's page, this is Donald Trump's guy laying a smack down to Sean Diddy Combs. That's page 3 right there. Y'all want to see page 4? Okay. Page 4. Let's go to page 4. Page 4. Read the top, right hand corner. That's page 4 or 5. Then niggas, then they come on YouTube thinking, I'm Captain nigga.
Big boy in the building, big nickel in the building.
I can't control what the jury gonna say. I can tell you what that goddamn paperwork say now. That's page 4 right there. Now, let's look at where it says in the bold print. It says B, cases where the base offense level under the sentencing guidelines was calculated under 2G.
That's real, Mon.
dash 1, A, or comma 1, A2, and a criminal history of category 1. That means you ain't got no criminal history. And those were the cases under that. They presented all those other cases under that. Right?
Hit that like button, subscribe.
And read the bottom where it says, an asterisk denotes cases that appear based on context to apply USSG and 2G 1.1, but the government was unable to confirm the applicable guideline through publicly available documents. Now remember, everybody was trying to say, hey, man, they don't have no cases similar to this. Man, they don't pull it up, goddamn, on 3.5 full pages. And as I showed y'all, just off the third case they put up there, the third case, Mark Daniel Benavidez got 10 years in prison. And let's rewind this again, right? Let's go back to Mark Daniel Benavidez. That's great. He got 10 years in the joint. And then he had 5 years of supervised release when he got out. Let's go through this now. And I'm going to explain his case to y'all one more time. He had a Mann Act, just like Diddy, right? Same thing. He had no criminal history, none of that shit. And he actually took a plea. He didn't get found guilty in court. He took a plea. You know, when you don't take a plea, you get found guilty, they hit you with it worse. Right? Now let's look at his case, because his shit get disgusting. His shit get real disgusting, right? So again, Mr. Benavidez right? Here's the case details for him, right? This was in the U.S. District Court for the Eastern District of North Carolina, Western Division, right? He was charged. The indictment filed in 2019 charged Mr. Mark Daniel Benavidez with transportation of individuals in interstate commerce for prostitution, right? Right? Now, check this out. 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 On March the 16th, 2021, Mr. Benavidez, he pled guilty to 1 count. Let me repeat myself again. He pled guilty to 1 count, y'all. Matter of fact, I gotta put this on the screen for y'all. I have to put this on the screen for y'all. Because niggas ain't gonna believe me when I say this. Right? All right? Let me put this on the line. I got to put this on the screen for y'all. Because it's right above what y'all see right there on the screen. So I gotta put this up here for y'all. All right? Gotta put it up here for y'all. Gotta put it up. And this is 1 count. This is the crazy. That nigga got 10 years for 1 count. Now look at this, y'all.
What I tell you? What I tell you? What I tell you? 10 years for 1 count.
That's the part that needs to be stated. Diddy got 2 counts. All right, so let's put this up here, y'all. Hold on. Let's put this up here for everybody. Let me see. Is it up here? Did I get it up here? Hold on. No, okay, I got it. Hold on. Let me make sure.
Let me tell you what's crazy. Let me tell you what's crazy. Hear me out right now. Let me tell you what's crazy. We talking about people that are in situations that's 1 year, one victim. And you got to know that if you can automatically get 10 years for 1 victim charge, then how are you getting 1 charge with no victim though? But if you have a victim, 1 charge, 10 years. How is Diddy not even being considered 10 years? And he has multiple charges. See, this is being pointed out tonight of how the system does us. This is why we're here. You understand me, Nikki Love? This is the reason. Because these regular folk back here getting charged accordingly. And then Diddy comes along, and now there's an argument that he's not even being charged acceptingly in the right manner. And now they have to go down a list of people that's done the same things Diddy has done, and Diddy has done the same things they have. And yet they're being charged this way, but he's being charged that way. No, Dirty. You don't get no pass. You don't get to do a lighter note, but you did the same things everybody else did. This is why we talking tonight. Because everybody should get the same treatment. If you that motherfucking sick, you get the same treatment. You understand me? So you got to understand. If we sit back and allow him to get charged or sentenced a certain way that's different from everybody else, and you know what else is stupid? It's a lot of stupid guys that's in there with him, praising him. And they have done the same things he did, but yet they're seeing sentencing charges way worse than Diddy is. And they in there laughing and playing and kicking it with him. But yet, he not being charged for the same stuff on a higher level like they are. That's real, Tone. And that ain't right. Because yet, they doing 20 years for the same thing that he is doing, and yet he gonna get 5 or 10. And I really don't understand it because nothing special has came out for him to walk free or for somebody to give him a pass or for any celebrity that he got a tape on. Nothing has been put out there for anything to look like he getting a hookup. Because at this point, he don't really seem like he getting a hookup. That's real. So you got to understand about Abercrombie and Fitch. They was playing with little kids, playing with little boys, Nikki. Yeah, Abercrombie and Fitch, the man stepped down. They caught him playing with little boys, feeling on little boys, playing with little boys, touching on little boys. So he stepped down. That don't mean that he stepped out. That don't mean he don't get no pass. Abercrombie and Fitch is sick, and they've been around a long time doing it, so that should put that on your mind. What other companies, owners, trafficking little boys, putting hands on them? And they want to use the word allegedly. Fine. But I'm sorry, it already came out in a report that that man was playing with little boys. That's why he stepped down. So the realness of it is understanding that this is a real thing. This is our society. This is our life. This is what we live in. This is our kids. And you talking about people like Diddy? He need to get a pass because he been locked up for the first time in his life for something he really did, and now he really finna see that? His sons and them allegedly playing with little girls coming in their house. Next door neighbors is hearing that they bringing little girls in their house. These are the neighbors talking about Diddy's kids. So you telling me you okay with Diddy coming out? Because clearly at this point, his kids and him is dealing with underage. And we've heard it, seen it, and know what's going on. So you better shut it up in here if you even think for a second that Kwame and them and Fitch, Abercrombie and Fitch get a pass. Nobody gets a pass. Hit that like button and subscribe. We cooking in here Monday through Friday, 9 p.m. Don't nobody get no pass. And Diddy about to see decades. So this is a lesson about why tomorrow matters and not today. About why the kids of tomorrow matter and not us today. Because we have to read what's going on today to know what we have to do to react tomorrow to make sure we good still on how we moving around. Shout out to Paul in the building. I appreciate you. You understand? Diddy needs to be charged and fined as you and I would be if it was us in this situation. Because it's not right that they will allow him to walk a certain way, a different walk, or get a different consequence that me and you would get because we don't have a name in the world. See, this got to tell you something about your life in this world we living in. It's like if you don't have a name, you're nothing. If you're a nobody, when will you be a somebody? Like Ricky Bobby said, if you're not first, you're last. Like that's the world we're in. You stand for something, you'll fall for anything. Nobody. If you ain't first. What we talking about here? So this is the world we live in where you have to make a decision and stand on business. And understand that it's not okay that yet even if President Obama or Trump has done the same things that your next door neighbor done, they both should be charged and tried the same in court. You better tell somebody, if we did the same thing, ain't no difference. If we did the same thing, it ain't no difference. You better tell somebody, if we did the same thing, it ain't a difference. Because they both gonna try us the same way. But we living in a world that if you got a little more money than your friend over there, or if you got a couple more extra dollars than them over there, or if you got a name that everybody is used to, or if you just seem like you get a little more hollers than everybody else do, you get a pass. And that's why we got to have a voice tonight, fam, about knowing your seniority, your money, your position is not above the consequences that comes with your actions. Your position is not above the consequences that come with your actions, my people. That's a real thing, fam. Hit that like button and subscribe, and we cooking in here for real. Let's go, family.
Y'all hear nothing? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, Dad. Hold on. I think I did this shit wrong. I have to put this up here for y'all to see, because y'all know how ignorant people are on YouTube, man. People are ignorant, man. Let me see if I see it now. Hold on. Yeah, it's up here now. I had put it up there like 2 times already. I ain't even see it. There we go. So that's the line above that, right? Specifically, Mr. Benavidez was charged with transporting victims across state lines for prostitution, involving 3 women, one of whom he recruited in North Carolina and 2 others from New Jersey. Now, here was his plea deal. He pleaded out. He didn't go to court. This dude took a plea and got 10 years. Now look at this, y'all. He pleaded guilty to 1 count of transporting the victim across state lines for the purpose of prostitution. Count 1 in the indictment, right? The case arose from an undercover prostitution sting at a Cary, North Carolina hotel in July 2017, conducted by Homeland Security Investigations and local law enforcement. Now, let's keep going. This is what it says next. Y'all see it right there, right? Sentencing outcome. On October the 13th, 2021, he was sentenced to 10 years in prison. You had another dude sentenced to 5 years, another dude sentenced to six and a half years. Now let's read the allegations from the other dudes, right? As far as that had the Mann Act, right? Let's read their allegations from the other guys who got hit with the Mann Act. Now let's read that, right? Let's see, because you had a couple of other dudes on here too, right? Now one dude, he had drug charges on him as well. They hit him with drug charges. Another dude, let me see. Let me make sure I got this up here right.
Evo in the building. Hit that like button, subscribe. We cooking in here, fam.
Let me see, y'all. Yeah, 5 years in prison. 1 count. Pled guilty to count 1 of conspiracy to transport an individual for prostitution. Yep.
Nicole L is in the building. Where you been? Hit that like button, subscribe, family. And make sure, hold up, man. Hold up.
I'm not gonna go through all these.
Hold up. Everybody in here, hear me now. That notification bell, hit that notification bell and hit all. I see the problem going on, fam. We like them, we subscribe, and we cooking every night, Monday through Friday, but you don't even know when your boy pull up. Hear me? I check on family weekend. So I need you to hit that notification bell and hit all. Let me say that again for the people in the back rolling up still. Hit that notification bell and hit all, fam. That's really real. I appreciate you hitting that like button and subscribe and make sure we cooking Monday through Friday. Let's go, family. 9 p.m.
It's signed by Donald Trump's guy, Jay Clayton. And Jay Clayton just got...
Shout out, Tom.
He just got promoted full-time to the United States Attorney in the Southern District of New York. So he's there to stay. And he's banging hard on Diddy. He said he was coming with these numbers. He said he was coming, bro. This is hard. Now, Diddy's lawyers wrote a letter, right? You know, we gotta tell both sides of it. Diddy's lawyers wrote a letter. Now, in their letter, let me read some of Diddy's lawyers' letter to y'all, because I want to be fair and read some of their letter, because their lawyers wrote a letter, right? Now, Diddy's lawyer, right? And so, let me see. Diddy's lawyer letter says, and Diddy's lawyers sent 12 pages, right? They sent 12 pages of a letter. Now, their letter, let me see if I got Diddy's lawyer's letter here on the paper, on the file. Hold it out. Let me see. I don't see Diddy's lawyer's letter. Let me see. I can't believe I don't see Diddy's lawyer letter here on the document. Let me see.
That's real, Nicole. It's love. You already know. Respect. Appreciate you so much.
Right here, though.
That like button, subscribe, fam. Don't miss an episode.
Dear Judge Submarinian, we write pursuant to the court's July the 9th, 2025 order, right? Hold on, y'all. Let me see something. Hold on one second. Okay, I got his whole lawyer's letter. So Diddy's lawyers, they sent a ton of cases too, man. Diddy's lawyers sent cases, bro. Diddy's lawyers sent, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hey, Diddy's lawyers sent goddamn on almost 10 pages. So Diddy's lawyers, and we gotta be fair, their lawyers sent 10 pages of cases, right? Now, their letter says, right? Let me read their letter to you guys.
And see, that's real, Ashley. But let me tell you what I really think going on. This was going on, Nicole. Diddy's update on him getting like decades right now. They're actually using other regular guys who's been charged and accused of the same things Diddy did. They're using their sentencings to measure how they're going to sentence Diddy. Okay? So they're using regular people that's doing the same things Diddy's done. They're looking at their case and seeing how they were sentenced. And now they're going to say, hey, if you sentence all these regular folk with the same stuff, we need to be giving Diddy that same sentencing for the same things he did similar to the same stuff they did. And that's only right. Now, let me say this to Ashley. That like button and subscribe, fam, we cooking all the way Monday through Friday, 9 p.m. When you say about the timing and saying, hey, I don't think Diddy really will do time, sentence 3 years and then he'll get off for good behavior and time served. That's real. And I believe a lot with that because in my mind, just like Young Thug, the entire time they was putting Young Thug on tape and putting it in the public and in the public eye. He was serving time that whole time. So again, the whole time we watching Young Thug, that's like a year, 2 years. That's time being served as we watching him in court daily about his situation. So if you didn't really trip on that, that man almost had done 2 years. Right there, if I ain't mistaken. just watching him on TV. Like, what we talking about? So this is kind of the similar situation. More of a similar situation that goes with Diddy, because if you actually look at the time that Diddy has served and still serving, that is what can play a role. Tone, my G. Tone says they got to make an example, so they are going to use Diddy to price a point. That's real. And that was the realest thing that I spoke about when I said they have to use somebody to be the picture boy. You understand? They have to use somebody to be the picture boy to say, hey, this what you did? Okay, cool. This what we gonna do. You understand? So let's make sure we understand what's real. Hit that like button and subscribe, family. We cooking.
And they sent Mann Act cases, but I got to see if their cases have violence in it, because they sent so many cases. Let's see. Right? It says rewrite, this is Diddy's lawyers, rewrite pursuant to the court's July 9, 2025 order to identify cases we believe match the court's stated criteria. We provide two lists of cases. First, we provide a list of cases where the defendant was convicted solely under the Mann Act. The defense's base offense level was calculated under 2G 1.1A2 and criminal history.
I heard about that, Skeptic.
And 3,
I heard.
the defendant did not receive a downward departure.
And you know when they start running, what they doing? They hide.
63 such cases.
Hit that like button and subscribe.
Commission's public data files from FY 2005, FY 2024, while the commission's data files exclude case identifiers, PACER searches make it possible to identify the dockets corresponding to the data files. Second, we provide a broader list of additional cases where the primary or sole conviction.
Victor in the building, you already know, man. STL in the building, what we doing?
We identified these cases by conducting PACER criminal case report searches in each district, searching for cases with 18 USC and 2421 in the citation field.
Yeah, the point is that
containing Mann Act charge. Please note that for these cases, due to the limited information.
You know what's funny, fam? And let's be real. Like, pay attention to what I'm finna say, because this the type of stuff that make people scared they got kids. It is so many people that's leaving the country. And we hearing about it and we know. If people that got money, millions, billions, trillions, can just get up and leave the country and choose to live somewhere else, leave their families, mothers, fathers, uncles, aunts, nieces, nephews, whatever. If these celebrities I need to know that you know, and I know too, that you and your stupid, no, that you, no, you, no, you, I'm talking about you. You keep hearing that they leaving and you ain't moving. You just keep hearing. But you ain't doing nothing, you keep hearing. Ludacris is somewhere else. Russell Simmons, somewhere else. Jay-Z and Beyonce about to be somewhere. I mean, we go down the list. Why y'all running? And where you going? Huh? Where you going? Yeah, you. I'm tapping. Turn around and come here. And listen to what I'm saying. Where you going? Because I keep telling you, you can't go around it. You can't go under, you can't go over, you got to go through it. Keep telling you, you got to go through it. It's going to make you stronger. You're going to become more than what you are. You got to go through it. Yeah, you. Come here. You gotta go through it. Hit that like button, subscribe. It's really real. We're not playing in here. Where you going? What you doing? How you gonna get there? Yeah, that's real. You already know what it is. Hit that like button, subscribe. Where you going? We're going through it. Ask somebody gonna ask, where you going today? I'm going through it. That's what you tell them, fam. What you doing? What you finna do? What you about to go through it? Ha! Because you're trying to go around it in abundance and that you just don't know. You got to go through it to get somewhere. You're scared to go through something. That's why these new guys, these new people, these new girls, these new everything, they scared to go through something. See, that's why you and I, if you came up by that street code, live by, die by. If you came up how I came up, you will know we went through it to get where we at today. Well, I can tell you the stories. We all can tell you some stories. But the fact we went through it, Lord, I thank you. Because if I tell my mama, I thank you, Lord, that we've been through it, Jesus. Because I'm still here today and I'm stronger than I was yesterday. I'm stronger than I was last week. I'm stronger than I was last month, Lord. I'm stronger than I was last year. Why? Because I went through it. You better open up your damn ears. Let me say that again for the people in the back that don't think they got to go through nothing. That's what's wrong with these kids. They don't want to go through nothing. They don't want to feel nothing. They don't want to... They're trying to get out the way so bad. Lord, they don't even want to feel the water from the rain. Can't even walk outside when it rains. They don't even want to feel the water hit their skin. You hear me? They don't want to go through nothing. Softer than medicated cotton. Let me tell you something about soft as medicated cotton. These young boys out here softer than medicated cotton. Girls are stronger than these boys. You better hear me. Don't nobody want to go through nothing. You better write this down and tell somebody you got to go through something to get somewhere. Because if you don't know shit. And you can ask everybody on what to do. But some people will tell you, you got to go through it yourself. This is a moment where I feel like I could have just touched somebody's face in here because I want to slap the shit out of somebody that ain't listening to me, that keep telling their kids on how to maneuver, how to go around it, how to figure it out. Let me trick or treat around it. Let me schematically, let me scheme, let me fix. You better go through something to get somewhere. Because if you don't, we're going to find out your little soft ass on the other end ain't made nothing, ain't been through nothing, and you need somebody help. We're going to find out about you. We're going to pull your card. Your card will be pulled when we find out you ain't been through nothing. Boys out here dancing like girls, Tone said. Boys out here painting fingernails like it's all right. Boys out here walking around with no structure. But yet we supposed to be the head and not the tail. You better open up your damn mouth. You got to go through something to get somewhere. You hear me? Or you going to be right where you at still right now. Know where you want to be. Because you ain't been through nothing to get there. And you ever figure this out? Every time you try to take a route that don't go through it, oh, my bad. You start over, don't you? Ah! You start over, don't you? Every time you try to let me see how. Let me look at it. Let me see how I'm feeling. Move it over. Let me see if I scoot this over here. If I move it, let me see if I put that over there. Or if I, let me see what I see. Let me see if I put it over there. If I move it, if I size that up, I can get on through here and see if I come around there. It's gonna come together. Let me look at it. Let me look at it. Let me see how I wanna. Okay, well, let's go this way. Okay, let me just hit that left and just go over there. And then when we get there, we see what we got. You know, if I just, you better shut it up and hurt. Because you realize you start back over. You start back over. When you're done trying to make it work and go around and you realize you got to go straight through it and come out on the other side telling somebody a testimony of victory that you prevailed. That don't mean you ain't go through nothing. That don't mean you ain't get a bruise. You ain't get a scratch. You ain't get a war wound. You didn't bleed. But let me tell you what that did. That put a little more extra strength on you. Extra skin on you. Gave you another layer. It gave you another layer to be able to fight again today because we still living in the same problems. Shout out Tone. Says it will heal. Because he ain't going to put you through nothing you can't bear. God, Jesus ain't going to put you through nothing you can't bear. But you got to be willing to go through it. So you can become and be strong for fam. You better hit that like button and subscribe because you don't get this nowhere in no cookbook. You got to go through it to get somewhere. Let's go.
Available on some dockets, differing PACER practices across districts, and sealed nature of many filings is not always possible to determine key information regarding these dockets, including the offense conduct and how the guideline was applied. This is bad for Diddy's lawyers. Let me put this on the screen for y'all. Y'all know I gotta be fair. I'm finna tell y'all something. This is bad for Diddy's lawyers.
That's
Diddy's
real.
lawyers got a lot of cases that they lined up. But they're saying a lot of the cases don't even show the explanation of the case. They're saying that in their own letter. Let me put this up on the screen. Because I don't want nobody to say, hey man, you're being biased. I'm gonna show y'all this myself. So you can read it with your own eyes. Let me put this on the screen for y'all. This is gonna hurt Diddy's team. I'm telling y'all this. To me, this is gonna hurt them because, bro, if you don't have the cases, the information on the cases, as far as the mitigating factors, all this other, bro, why are you even bringing these cases forward? Here it goes right here on the screen, y'all. Read this. This is Diddy's letter, his lawyer's letter to the judge. Now read this right here, right? Let's go to the second line, right? Second paragraph, third paragraph, because the third paragraph says second. Second, we provide a broader list of additional cases where primary or sole conviction was for a violation of 18 U.S.C. 2421. That's the Mann Act, right? A. We identified these cases by conducting PACER.
And that's the real, because all cases got to be identified in the same manner that they're weighed. all situations have to be weighed a certain way to know that if he did what I did, then he should be sentenced the same way that I am. But yet, if that person did it a lot more than I did it, then yeah, they're going to lean more towards giving that man more time than they is someone else. It matters what you do and the way you do it to know that's the consequence that you will be dealt with in the way that you did your crime. It matters that Diddy will never have no type of okay or think that he will get a pass lightly, because yet he's still a man, he's still a human, and he still did harass and do wrong to women, kids, and more. That has been proven. As always, fam, you know and I know, Monday through Friday, 9 p.m. is the only way, and there is no other way to tap in with your boy, Deala T, and my fam. Period, no filters. Always family is love. Have a good night and be safe.